Good morning, students. A warm welcome to Samiti. I am your bio teacher. My name is Jayalakshmi. Today we are going to start the first lesson. First lesson is about living organism only. First lesson is about living organism. Living organism. That in smaller classes onwards, we are learning what is meant by living organism. So, are you remembering what is the definition of a living organism? Living organism, one who have life is called a living organism. Then what is meant by life? Everybody knowing what is the meaning of life, but we cannot define the word life. What is actually life? The problem is with everybody understood what is the meaning of life, but we cannot say an actual definition for the word life. So how wonderful is this living world? Why this living world is very wonderful? Because many creatures are there, from unicellular organism to multicellular organisms are there, from very small organism to very large organisms are there, different type of plants are there, some are flowering plants, some are non-flowering plants, and like that animals also, from smallest animal to largest up to largest blue whale included in biology only. So this living world is very wonderful. The wide range of living organisms is amazing only. The extraordinary habitats. What is meant by habitat? Living place is called a habitat. The natural living place of an organism is called a habitat. In the extraordinary habitat in which we find living organism, be it cold mountains, deciduous mountains, forest, ocean, freshwater lake, desert or hot spring, everywhere we can see living organism. If it is very cold mountain in snow, also some organisms are living. And very hot deserts like Sahara, also some organisms are living. So the beauty of galloping of hordes, of migrating birds, the valley of flowers, or the attacking shark evokes so and deep sense of wonder it is. Many sounds also we can hear from the nature. The sounds like the galloping horse, migrating birds, valley of flowers, or the attacking shark evokes so and deep sense of wonder only. The ecological conflict and cooperation among members of a population and among populations of a community. What is meant by a community? Where more than one population lives in a particular habit, where more than one population live is called a community. Or even the molecular traffic inside a cell make us deeply reflect on what indeed is life. The question is that what is meant by life? The definition, up to many scientists try to define the word life, but everybody knows, not only scientists, common one also knowing the meaning of life, but nobody can define the word life. The question has two implicit questions within it. The first is a technical one and seek answer to what living is opposed to non-living. While asking to the living things, what is meant by life or what is a living thing? Actually, what we are doing that we are saying that the living things can grow, non-living things cannot grow only. We are actually opposing the characters of living thing and non-living thing only. And second is a philosophical one and seeks answer to what the purpose of life is. And second is that purpose of life we are saying. By life we can maintain or continuity of the life can be maintained. Like that we are saying. So anybody asking what is meant by life, two implicit questions come to in our mind. First one is a technical one and second is a philosophical one. In technical one, we are finding the answer of life by opposed to the non-living thing only. Living things can grow, non-living things cannot grow. Like that we are finding the answer. And second is the philosophical one, in that we are finding what is the purpose of life. Actually, what is the purpose of life? Actually, we can say it, according to biology, the purpose of life is reproduction only. Why it is reproduction? The continuity of the generation can be maintained. After one organism, they are reproducing when and producing the young one, and in place of the adult or parent, this new offspring will be placed in the world. So continuity of generation. Otherwise, what will be happen after the death of the organism? No one will be here. If so, life is related, closely related to reproduction. As scientists, we shall not attempt answering the second question. We will try to reflect on what is living. So in this lesson, we are going to learn what is living only. What is living? Can you say what is living? When we try to define the word living, we conventionally look for distinctive characters exhibited by living organism. We are using this method only. When we want to say what is meant by living, we are taking the help of characters of living organism only. Like that, which are the characters? See that growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organism. Growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organism. These all are the features of living organism. Smaller class itself, all of you learned that what are the characteristics of living organism. Now, we are adopting the first method only. By saying the characters of the organism, we are trying to know what is living. So which are the characters? Growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organism. One can add a few more features, like other features are also there, which are those metabolism, ability to self-replicate. Self-replicate means reproduction only, dividing into two. Replica means couple, making a replica. Self-organize, interact, and emergence to this list only. So these are the total list now. First, we were knowing that growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind. And next one are metabolism. These are metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact, and emergence also coming to our list only. These are the characteristics of an organism. Let us try to understand each of these, and afterwards we will be learned each of these characters. This descriptive form of this we will be learned now. Now these are the characters of. So now we are learning classification of living organism. That is your lesson, classification of living organism. How living organism can be classified. But before classifying the living organism, what is meant by a living organism? That is the important question here. Understood? So life is a property of all living organisms. Life is a property of all living organisms. If it is a living organism, then it has life. Understood? Those who possess life are living. If life is there, then it is a living organism only. First, what it told, if it is a living organism, then it has life. And second is reverse of that only. If it has life, then it is a living organism. For the identification of living organisms, biologists always concentrate on how they function. For the identification of living organisms, biologists always concentrate on how they function. According to the function, we are identified the living organism. What we are biologists always concentrate on how they function. Concentrate on how they function. On the basis of characteristic related with these functions, like that eating means growing, reproducing means giving birth to young ones, like that. On the basis of characteristics related with these functions, living organisms and non-living components can be understood clearly. On basis of, first we are identifying how they function, means living organism eating, living organism reproducing, like that. And afterwards, these characteristics are correlated with the function of living organism. If it is eating, means the living organism grow. And reproducing means living organism giving birth to or lay of the egg or giving birth to the young ones, like that we will be understood. So life is a property of all living organism. If it is a living organism, it has life. For the identification of living organism, biologists always concentrate on how they functions. On the basis of characteristics related with these functions, living organism and non-living components can be understood clearly. So now we are going to the next topic. What is meant by an organism? What is an organism? Define a living organism, then we concentrate on its peculiar characteristics. Already I told that two methods are there. In that second method only we are not using. First method we are using. On the basis of that, how we are defining living organism, or based on its characteristic, and understanding the opposite characters of non-living organism. And we are comparing its opposite characters with the non-living organism only. So define a living organism, then we concentrate on its peculiar characters. Now you try to say what are the characteristics of a living organism, as you already learned in smaller classes. Which are the characters? Say first. The characters like reproduction, growth, development, their awareness towards environment, and adaptation, and finally death. Characters like reproduction, growth, development, their awareness towards environment, and adaptation, finally death. More characteristic of living organisms like metabolism, inheritance, adaptation, control of entropy, death, and variation also now characteristics of living organism. These two sentences including the characteristic of living organisms, they are reproduction, growth, development, their awareness towards environment, and adaptation, finally death only. And other more characteristics we can include it for the living organism. They are metabolism, inheritance, adaptation, control of entropy, death, variation, etc. Now don't want to worry that if any point you are not knowing, each of this point we are going to learn in detail only. Each of this point. In this lesson also characters of living organism only explained and given. So each of this term we will be explained and learn. So don't want to worry if you didn't understand anything here. So we will be in detail, we will be learned that. So now we are going to the textbook. When we try to define living, we conventionally look for distinctive characters exhibited by living organism. Growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organism. One can add a few more features like metabolism, ability to self-replicate, self-organize, interact, and emergence. To this list also can be included. Now first factor we are going to learn in detail, that is growth only. Anybody can say that what is meant by growth? What is meant by growth? Can we say that increase in size is growth? Increase in size is a growth. Simply we are saying that increase in size is growth, but actually it is not growth. Suppose that some mountains, hills, mountain hill like that structure, when it forms, it is very small only. This much height is not there. Afterwards, something deposited, soil deposited by wind and all soil deposited on, as a result, the height of the mountain will be increased. Height of the mountain will be increased. This is not considering as growth. Understood? In bench also see that now these many days school and all closes, classes are not opening. By that all the dust will be accumulated on the desk and bench like that. As a result, what will be happen? The height of the bench or desk will be increased, but it is not considering as growth. Then what is meant by growth? All living organism grow, isn't it or not? All living organism grow only. We all are, especially human beings, start our life from a single cell only. We all human beings start our life from a single cell only. Which is that a single cell? Zygote. Zygote only. So from zygote, first zygote divides into 2, then 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, like that numerous cells will be formed. Afterwards, what will be happen to this cell? This cell will be converted into tissue. And after some time, tissue form organ systems. Organ system like nervous system, reproductive system, circulatory system. When organ system forms a organism, like that only we all are forming. So note out that unicellular structure zygote is converted into a human being. Then growth occurred there. How growth occurred there? Cell division. Cell division. So one cell is divided into two, 2 to 4, like that. Cell division occurs only. So growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment and mount a suitable response come to our mind only. In that first characteristic only we are learning. All living organism grow, increase in mass. Our weight also increasing, that is also considering as the growth, and increase in number of individuals also considered as the growth only. Suppose that in one class already 30 students were there. Now 10 more students came. Then we can say that the size of the class increases. So two measurements are there for the growth. Which are those measurements? See that increase in mass and increase in number. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are the twin characteristic of growth. So which are the twin characteristic of growth is the question there. Which are the twin characteristic of growth? Twin means two characteristic of growth. Which are, and what is the answer of that? Increase in mass and increase in number. Mass increasing, then also it is the parameter of growth, and increase in number, then also it is considered as the growth only. A multicellular organism, what is meant by multicellular organism? An organism with a multi means many. Many cells are there. Only one cell there, then it is called a unicellular. Only one cell only there in an organism like amoeba, paramecium, these all are single cell organism, only one cell only there. So they are multicellular organisms, means many cells are there. Amoeba, paramecium, they only possess single cell or one cell. So they are unicellular organism. We all are having many cells in our body. Millions of cells are in our body. So we are included in multicellular organism. So more than one cell is there, then it is multicellular organism. So, in plants, this growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout their lifespan only. A multicellular animals grows by cell division only. How the multicellular animals grow? By cell division. But in plants, this growth by cell division occurs continuously throughout the lifespan. Continuously throughout their lifespan. Second question it is, what is the difference between plant growth and animal growth? What is the difference between plant growth and animal growth? Like that asking, then what you have to write as the answer. In animal, growth is seen only up to a certain age. In animals, growth is seen only up to certain age. Now you will be grow up for 2-3 years only. Maximum 5 years only you will be grown. Afterwards, what will be happen? Only aging will be takes place. Age will be increases, but growth will not be there. Now you are growing only. So growth in animal, this growth is seen only up to a certain age only. After that age, growth will not be there. Only aging will be takes place. However, in plants, they are growing all out their lifespan. So the difference between plant growth and animal growth. Plant growth and animal growth is plant grow continuously throughout their lifespan. Up to the death it will grow. So continuously throughout their lifespan. But in animals, the growth is seen only up to a certain age. This growth is seen only up to a certain age. However, cell division occurs in certain tissue to replace closed cell. Like that also cell division is there. One cell is divided and compensating the closed cell. Now we are coming to the unicellular organism also grow by cell division. Unicellular organism also grow by cell division only. One can easily observe this in vitro culture. What is meant by in vitro culture? When we are doing some experiment or culture, when we are making something grow inside the lab by using different equipments like a funnel, test tube, that is called as in vitro culture. In vitro culture means culture doing inside the lab only, inside the test tube or inside the funnel, like that, by simply counting the number of cells under the microscope. First, we are taking a unicellular organism. They also grow by cell division. One can easily observe this type of increase in size, increase growth in vitro culture only. The meaning of in vitro culture, everybody understood? What is meant by in vitro culture? The culture doing inside the lab condition, inside the test tube, inside the funnel, by providing proper nutrition and all. It will be kept inside the test tube or funnel by counting the numbers of cells under the microscope. In majority of higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive events only. Growth and reproduction. One must remember that increase in body mass is considered as growth. Increase in body mass is considered as growth. Non-living objects also grow if we take increase in body mass. If we are considering increase in body mass as a growth, then what will be happen? Mountain also will be grow. Already I told, mountain, boulders and sand moles also grow. But they cannot be grow as they are non-living thing. So we cannot be considered increase in body mass is not considered as the symptom of growth. Yeah, after some time, mountain also will be increased in size by the deposition of soil by wind. That is not considering as the growth. However, this kind of growth exhibited by non-living object is accumulation of material on the surface only. This kind of growth, this one see that, this kind of growth is of by non-living object is accumulation of material on the surface only. This is not growth, just accumulation of something over the surface. As a result, is size is increased. So in living organism, growth is from inside. That is a main or important point. In living organism, growth is from inside of body only. Growth should become inside the body. Growth therefore cannot be taken as a defining property of living organism. So growth therefore cannot be taken as a defining property of living organism. Conditions under which it can be observed in all living organism have to be explained, and then we understand that it is a characteristic of living system. Condition under which it can be observed in all living organism have to be explained, and then we understand that it is a characteristic of living system. A dead organism does not grow. A dead organism does not grow. So that understood. So first growth only we had learned that to grow in quantity and in number. Two possibilities are there. Growth can be in quantity and in number also. Quantity means the number can be increased. First 4 were there, now 2 more came, so 6. Then also we will be say that strength of the class increased like that. And in number also can be increased. Living organism increases volume of their body after birth only. I already told that every living organism start its life from zygote only. Living organism increase volume of their body after birth. Multicellular organism increase through their cell division. Multicellular organism increase their body, increase their growth through their cell division only. Cell division. One cell is dividing into 2 is called the cell division. The difference, what is the difference between the growth of plants and animal? That is a very important question. In plants, growth takes place throughout their life. In plants, growth takes place throughout their life. But in animals, it occurs during certain stage only. Up to certain stage only animal grow. Already I told you, you will be grow maximum 5 more years only. After your growth will be stopped. Now I am not growing, I am experiencing only aging. So up to certain age only animals grow, but the plants can be grow throughout their life only. So these are the characteristic of growth. I think that all of you understood. If you having any problem, don't want to worry. In WhatsApp group, my number is there. At any time you are having any doubt, personally you can call to me. It is very easy only. Now it is the introduction only. Actually, this is not biology. We are coming towards the biology now. This introduction only. So best of luck to all of you. Thank you for listening me. And any doubt at any time arising, take my number from the WhatsApp group. It is there. So you can call me at any time. Thank you.